Klaxon Gall, awake to work. The factory floor is live. So, we have an assembler to make. We have some fancy things to build. Oh no! Haha! I'm spared. I can now hydrate at my leisure. God, I hate that. I want to build that up, but that will have to wait. Because again, this is all going to get torn down again, so that I can build a proper factory. But once I have the Mark II and have to start doing the bullshit for the Mark II and everything, this whole area, I'm probably going to build the whole factory at that elevated level and then a couple floors above. And it's just going to be more, and then I can box it in and such. But yeah. I shouldn't waste too much time, but the factory is running. And as we can see, we have a good solid backlog of fuel. I don't have anything like... Oh gosh, yeah, we got like almost full stacks. Not so much in here, but over here we have almost a full stack in place. So we're going to be good on fuel for a while. We are out of wood, we are out of leaves. So we don't have infinite, but that's good enough for now. So what do I need to do? I cleared my queue earlier. I closed my dashboard when I stream, so I don't have that eating resources. The only Firefox window is the chat I'm reading, which just popped out. That is a good position, but it needs a platform. That's what I was going to do. Well, gee. I guess you have to care less about me. How dare you care so much? Oh, good God. I am fucking running out of space. There we go. Hey, Cassie. Hey, Cassie. Okay, I need to get a lot of this crap out of here, because this is not where it goes. This crap can go live in here. Screws. I guess screws can live in here. And honestly, yeah, I think I want to just flush the iron ore down the toilet, because apparently I can flush things down the toilet now. I can't. I can just put a single iron ore in the toilet. Okay, what happens if I put that in the toilet? Woohoo! I can flush the iron ore one at a time. What the heck? That toilet is garbage, by the by. Your toilet should not splash all over the frickin' floor. And there's no shower, I have just noticed. I have food trays, I have that. A character customization. No shower. I have my bed. I have a bed, and I have a bed for a friend who comes to visit. This... I thought it would let me, like, put my entire thing in. So yeah, I'm just gonna trash, like, everything here that doesn't matter. You matter. You matter. I have copper up, I don't need that. Kind of want to... No. We are past the days of cookie clicker. Except for screws for a bit. Because we're gonna have to cookie clicker screws for a while. So yeah. I'm gonna tear down this space elevator and put up a proper pad for it. Once I remember where I put my frickin' chainsaw. My chainsaw's in here. No. Where did I put my chainsaw? In my pocket. Is that a chainsaw in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? It's a chainsaw. Get back to work. Get into my pocket space elevator. How much foundation do I need to cover these rocks? All of it. Okay, so be it. There we are. We have a lovely little platform to put this space elevator on. Hmm. Ah! Okay, that does that. Can I? No. Okay. Okay. Woohoo! I just need to get back up. Good. And we need to make sure we have a way up, which I will provide with a too high ramp. And we are now low on iron plates. Do I have a lookout tower? Yes. I'm having trouble getting a good sight on building that, so I'm going to build this so I can get a better angle. Okay. Perfect. What am I missing? Oh, pipes. And I do need to clear it out. Okay. Damage to fix-it property detected. Sounds like a you problem game. We'll give a nice simple foundation while we even it out, even though it's literally exactly the same cost. I don't know, having it be a thin little shell leaning off instead of a big chunky thing makes me feel less bad about it. Okay. And then I can come in later and figure out how to make it look not terrible from below. Because aesthetics are important. Like that, I like it, but I really want to like extend out the lower foundation and build walls, and since I know I'm going to rebuild that, I'm just not. But soon we will. I don't know. Soon we'll redo this, and then we can worry about that. But this is a forever building. Once this is built, everything's coming into it. I'm not rebuilding it again. Or even putting it back in the same spot. Because see, they have the orbital platform up there. So I need to be able to sync it up. And this is more accessible now. And they're dropping it back, and it'll sync up, and we'll be good. Okay. So now. Hey, doggo. You want a nut? You want? That's probably not a good place to be. You're gonna get concreted. See, that's doggo. No, doggo. No. That's the foundation, doggo. No. I have slain it. Okay. So our capacity is 240. Our consumption is 128. I want to say that we can get our plate production up properly. I'm just not certain about it. So we'll give it a go with kind of the understanding that we might trip all of our power and have to rebuild the power plant. Okay. In any case, it's time to... Actually, it's time to think. When it comes to plate production, we produce 20 per minute. So a Mark 1 can carry 3 constructors worth. 30 becomes 20. So our same situation, one of these can feed 4 smelters, just like that. 1 smelter feeds 1 constructor, and then we have our 4 constructors, which need a Mark II belt. So we need a bunch of Mark II belts, and we need yeah, we needed a bunch of Mark II belts, which means we need a lot of reinforced plates, which are the thing we have to cookie clicker. So I cannot even look at what I need to build, what I'm going to need to build what we fill up the space elevator with. For you. Only thing we have left is junk pads, which need rotors. So, oh, we can. No, we can't. So this will have to wait until we have production set up. But I think we're going to need rotor production for the fancy thingy we need to drop into the space elevator. Anyway. Which actually means I should be giving some more thought long term, because though it's all fine and dandy to set that up, the fact of the matter is we do have a goal, and so I should let this all run and plan ahead. So where's my assembler? Need cables. Okay. Assembler. Need rotors, hey! So we're gonna need rotors for assemblers, even. What do we need for a rotor? Just that. I don't even need to press, I just need to tap space. Nifty. Need 2 more rotors. Okay. I think we may actually have to plot my supply chain out. So let's go do that. Into you. Okay. Let me get paint open here. Which means let me get some notes open. We're gonna be planning. Okay, so our smart plating here needs reinforced iron plates and rotors. Okay, so we don't need mod frames yet. Okay, and these will one, and then we'll get one out, and that's a 15-second production time. Okay. Or excuse me, 30-second production time. So a 30-second production time to shoot that in. These get made in 12 seconds and 15 seconds. That's slightly irritating. So one rotor feeds 2 of these. One rotor for production feeds 2 of these. So 2x, and then one of these feeds greater than 2x. So we're going to get a backlog of reinforced iron plates. But that's good. Nope, not what I wanted to do. So you need these. Let me drop that in. So that means every, let's say 15 seconds, we need to provide this with 6 iron plates and 12 screws. Okay, we'll get that in a bit. And then the rotor, every 15 seconds, will need this. Okay. So that gives us our production ideas there. What's our production look like for these? Okay. So every 4 seconds, every 4 seconds you can turn 1 iron into that. Okay. Screws, every 6 seconds, you turn 1 rod into 4x screws. Okay. And then iron plates are every 6 seconds, 3 to 2. Okay. So that's the information we need, because we know how the production goes. So I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger and crunch some maths. Make sure that you can see it. Okay, so we get 120 OPM per node, and we have 4 nodes. Okay? To make one smart plate, we're going to need 1 reinforced iron. So let's just math it out. 1 smart plate is 1 reinforced plate plus 1 rotor. A reinforced plate is 6 iron plates plus 12 screws, and then a rotor is 5. I'm going to do 2 R's for rotor because I have 1 for R for rotor plus 25 screws, which is going to be by 3 by 2, so 9 iron plus 12 rod, plus 12 by 4 is 3 rods, 5 rods, and then 25 by 4 is 6, 7. Yeah. Oh, 25 by 4 is 6.25. So these numbers don't work out nicely. And so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, let's say 15, which is 15 iron. So that's 15, 24 iron. Okay. So if we do everything right, we should be feeding out 4 by 4 plates per minute. Right? Yeah. Okay. So our relative proportions then. What are our relative proportions here? So this is going to go straight through. So we have ore to iron ingots to iron plates. This is the level where everything happens planning wise, because this is all on top. So this we need to generate per 30 seconds. So per 30 seconds we need to get 6 of these, which is, I just did this, 6 by 2, 3, 9 of these. Okay. This is per minute, so this is going to be 60 per 30 seconds. So we need 9 per 30 seconds of this 60 per node allocated here. To get 1 of these, then that gives us our section there. So this screw, this runs ore to iron ingots, to rods, to screws. We need 12 screws. You get 4 screws per rod, so that's 3 rods, 3 iron ingots, 3 ore. So we need 3 ore here dedicated to the screw. Then we need this rod ore to II to rod. We'll give for 5 rods, 5 iron ore, 5. Okay. And then here, that last screw, we need another 25. I'll do the same crunch here. 25 here. 6.25. I'm going to round that up to 7. No, we'll do 6.25. Which will then percolate through. So we need 9 ore dedicated to plates versus 5, 9, 14, 15 to rods. Let's round this up nicely, and that will give us 10 here to 15 there. And then these rods then become 5 to rods to 10 to screws. And then the screws go 12 to reinforced plates, 25 to rotors. So that's our production chain. And that will eat 25. So we have 4 nodes, 120 times 4 gives us 480, which 480 by 25 is, let's see, two 30, 4, 8, 9, 19 plus change. So if my calculations are right, we can build 19 plus change on this. Okay, so let's say 19 of these. To make the math easy, let's run 20. Okay. So I'm just crunching the power numbers now. You eat... Okay, we're going to have 4 minor Mark 1s. So the minor Mark 1s are 5 megawatts. And then we're going to need 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, we're gonna need all 120 getting fed into smelters, and that's 4 per 120. So 4 times 4, 12. So we have 12 times 4 here. Then we're going to get the iron plate machines. So we have 6. Oh, goodness. Ratios. I am doing this wrong. This is irrelevant. This is irrelevant. It's been so long since I've mathed one of these out. 10 to 15. Okay. 4 smelters. Then we need 2, 2, 3 on our assemblers. Brain. Fuck it, we'll do it live. No, that's not going. We're not going to do it live. I just don't trust any of my math because it's been so long. Okay, this is true. Here, okay. We'll think about it in constructor units, okay? So 12 screws is 3 constructor units of rods. 25 screws is 2 is 24, 6, yes, 7 constructor units of rods. 6 plates is 3 halves. 6 is 2, 3. 3 constructor units of plates. So one of these is going to require 2 assembler units of power and 3, 9, 7, 16 constructor units of power. 2 assembler units, 16 construction units on top of the default there. A construction unit is 4 megawatts. An assembler unit is 15 megawatts. So we have 30 plus 16 times 4, 32 times 2, 64, 94 megawatts per line. And I think we were, and then, yeah, we were talking earlier that this is 25 there. But we round that up to 30. We can get 2 lines per node. So that's 8 lines. So 94 times 8, 188 times 2, 276 megawatts plus whatever. That's what I want. Okay. 276 megawatts. We're producing not enough. So to make this work, we definitely need at least 1 more line of these. And we have run out of this. Gosh darn it. We can just get that online. We don't need it right now. We'll make the extra line, and then we'll go fetch some more biofuel stuff, and then that should fill up these boxes enough that we can start tearing everything down again? Hi! Barb and Refactoring. Can you guess that I have been a freaking dev for who knows how long? Okay, but this is really going to have to be, like, our last one, because these do not have, these have worsening returns. So, you know what? We're going to lock off our construction area. I will cope if the numbers don't work out. Okay, and then this is the end of the line on this power plant until we, like, if we have to build more, we're going to build a proper plant. I can see I had a similar idea before. Okay, let's go cut down some trees. That's probably enough. So, get out of my way. That was mean. I'm sorry, Birdie. I shouldn't have zapped you. Okay. So, you get my leaves. You get my wood. Really, you get all my leaves. Okay. So then. I'm going to let that keep going because it's almost full. You know what? I'm only going to build this half. Why am I thinking of building that half too? I'm not going to need that level of production yet. And I do want better power. Okay. So, tear everything down. We have plenty. Of rods built. We have almost a full canister of everything, so we should be good. Also, if I didn't say it yet, I thank you for the hydrate. I did do it. I also gave you a freebie because I knew you would have asked for one at that time. You do it so frequently. It's like clockwork. Ah! That's my HUD. I did not want to remove that. Shit. Hub, I'm sorry. Hub, I'm sorry. Hub-chan, no. Well. I guess it's an opportunity to lay a foundation for the hub. Yay, body maintenance. Okay, so the hub is fixed. It's back. Take a look at this. Okay. We can go back to tearing this down. Oh, nothing needs the foundation to be built. The foundation just makes it nice and neat. Okay. So that's almost done. You'll get cleaned up in a moment. So now, inventory. Trash things that I don't care about. Which is our this and this. Basically our bullshit intermediaries we don't use for anything. And the stuff I need to put back over here. Okay. And now I can clear out you. Okay. And now it's time to clear out this, because we're doing all the production. Well, that's nice. It's good to have chill mornings. Oh, hi, you're still floating. Yeah, that's I'm still mad about, but there's not really much point about it. Okay. So there you are. Get you back sorted. Clear out the trash. We have crates full of the building materials. We should not need all of this. Okay. So we're going to be building one big situation. In fact, I'm going to deconstruct both of you. We'll decide on our... because I think I'm going to want them directed towards the center. Okay. So lay out our foundations. Okay, there's a global foundation grid. I'm going to use it. So this is where we're going to build our backbone. First thing on my list here, I'm going to make sure we have all of the smelting occurring. And then we're going to set up constructors. And based on the constructors, and we're going to build those based on our calculations. The constructors will feed their materials down into a storage array, and then our storage array will feed our materials into our assemblers, and our assemblers will then feed out into another storage, which will then go and feed into the space elevator. That way, we should have backlogs constructed. And since we have an excess production, I think I'll also split. I don't know if I'm going to split off into a mid-stage storage container or if I'm going to push through. But either case, let's get our common production here. So, our Mark 1 miner, you're coming this way. And you are coming this way. Okay. So these will produce 120 per minute, which is exactly the rate of the conveyor belt. So we cannot merge these belts until after our smelter production, which is fine. We will need 4 smelters per. So we will have here our row of splitters, and then we'll go into our smelters. So this floor is nice and simple. And then here, okay, can I extend this foundation? Yes. Good. So that's going to give you the 2 there, the 2 there. Okay. And each of you is going to spit out 30. So again, we're going to have 2 belts coming out of here, which is fine. Okay. I'm going to want our 2 belts to come down here. So this is where our 2 belts are going to end up. No, I'm going to run them side by side. Okay. So you're our easy one. You're going to have our splitter synced up to you. Good. And these all just need Mark 1s. Mark 1s have a 60 resource cap, so I need you to come in there. Then I'll need 1 going I set these the wrong way. Okay. You build those Mark 1s. And then that's gonna do that. Okay. So that will do our feed from you out. Once again, okay, so that's good. I will need then to place my power poles. I'm going to put my power poles on the way out. 1 per 2. They don't line up very well. What I can do is I can put them here. And then you can have your power pole there. You two can have your power pole here. There's our power pole for the miner. There's our power pole for that miner. And there's an intermediary power pole. Good. Intermediary power pole goes to that miner. And you can go back to the intermediary, which is our power source for the building. No, it does not. It's really silly. Okay. So there's all of these getting ready to go. And I'll turn on you. So you're a little bit more crazy over here because of the shape of everything. Ah. Yeah, you're stupid. Hi, I'm the best parent. I'm gonna make you pay for everything, because that's what a good parent does. Shit. Okay, splitter. Something, something. Okay, something, something. Responsibility. Okay, I need to get you to split. I think that's how we do it. Can I run a Mark II here? No. This is the single toughest part of this, but if I can pull it off. Okay, I think I've got it there. Okay. Yes. Good. Okay. And then I need another splitter here. Mark 1. Mark 1. Mark 1. I'm going to need to move these a step closer. Oh, yeah, those sorts of things. There's a reason why the Teamsters Union was like the first and most powerful union in the U.S. Like, that's what that sort of jerk off does. Okay. So, you're gonna come there. Now here's the big question. Can I get you out of here? Yes. I don't actually care too much about that side looking bad, because I'm gonna be walling that off. Good. And you. Where are you two supposed to be plugged into? Here. Okay, so that crap's going. Merger. And then you get a merger. Yeah. That is the nature of that sort of job that you've got, and it's annoying. But it's work, and work is what we need for not starving. Okay, and you come out with 30, 30, 30, 60. Thirty, 30, 60. Okay. Uh, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm doing things a little weird. Okay, you're at a Mark II for sure. So you're gonna come around to there. You're gonna come down to there. There we go. Now we have our 2 belts coming out of this in spaghetti. Good. And we're gonna, I know that you don't like it, but we're gonna go ahead and hide away the machines. Because this lets me then think about this as a black box. Because we're not going to be able to do much as far as improving the modularity of the iron source. But we can have the iron source. And the iron source becomes, in this way, the black box that spits out 120 iron a minute. Okay. 120 iron a minute black box. Or brown box, rather. Now, we need to split it out 10 to 15. So 120 2 to 3 is 5. So 120, excuse me, not 120 per minute, 240 per minute. So we have 240 by 5, 510. So that's, I'm not really making my notes reappear, but I am doing my math on them by hand because I'm like that. 4 with 40 left, which is 8. So we have 48 is per unit. So that'll be 96 of this is dedicated to iron plates, and 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12, 14. 196 to 144 per minute. Okay. So we have a belt cap of 120, which is annoying. So this means that we are going to be going back to our idea of one of these. Oh, no. Okay. So that means 24 here. So we have one full belt going to rods. So I tore all that down for nothing. So one full belt is going to go to rods. So a full belt of rods, we already did this calculation. 120 split in twice is 60. Split in twice is 30. Okay, let's get the reference constructor by the reference assembler, because I can never remember all these. $15. 2 per, okay, 4 per Mark 1, 2 Mark 1s per Mark 2, so 15, 2 for, so 1 is 120, which is 2 60s, which is 4 30s, which is 8. Okay, so we need 8 constructors here, which we'll need to feed out to belts. So we're going to have our first floor here be our initial rods. No, we're going to do that on the second floor that I'm building. Yeah, it's a little hit to our verticality, but our verticality can live with it. Oh, that's annoying. We might be running out of everything. That's fine. Okay. So my thought process is that I am going to expand this out, and I'm going to just basically build a 2-story black box for rods. So this is going to be our back row, which is going to handle the full line that we dedicate to rod production. And so it's going to generate our first floor. So we're going to need this to split out into 4 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So. Our little belt there is going to come on up. Nope, that is not what we're going to do. Abort. Okay. Will you please step out so I have that set the right way? Okay, please work the way I was hoping you will. No, you are too... that. But... okay. And then you all deal with a bit in a bit. Okay. So you're our 120. We're going to be running our splitters into 4 rows of 4 constructors, which will feed inward. So... $15, $30, $60. Okay, 2 rows, excuse me, 2 rows will be feeding into. That's better than I expected. $15, $30, $45, $60. No, excuse me, that's a 120. See, it is 4. We'll need to decide how to divvy up these outputs. When the time comes. Beautiful. And you know what? One more layer like so. Oh, we're out of reinforced plates. Let's go get more and get rid of this disgusting thing, which is the main reason I'm rebuilding everything, if we're entirely honest. Have a good night. And this is not going to be enough. Not at all. Stretch. Aw. Okay. How goes everyone else in chat? Actually, why on earth am I making those manually when I have an entire pack of them in the back? Actually, no, we'll do the screws on the second floor. Well, probably. Yeah. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to fold back probably the... That is probably going to end up feeding into another splitter. And by which I mean it'll definitely do that when I figure out how I want to split up the numbers. We'll feed back and build our plates up there. And then our second story here, we'll build the rest of the rods. And then we'll figure out what portion of our screw requirement that second floor is producing and how much of our output of the first floor needs to come back up. And then we'll do our screw production upstairs too. That's the plan. Four, 1, 2. Four. Okay. We need our input splitters. So you're gonna, so again, we can run 2 of these on a 60. Okay, this entire row is going to run. So that's 15, 30. 15, 30. $120. I'm overproducing. 15, 30, 45, 60, 120. Yeah. We have 120 right now allocated. Okay. Let's do it this way. So we only need 1 row here on the inside. We're going to line it up here. Okay, that is going to provide plenty of room to work on each side. And then I have this over here to do for more. Okay, that's how we're doing it. Okay. Okay. And all of this is going to come through. So everything here is going to be a Mark 1. Because we only need 15 per to come through. And then we're going to be having 30 there, 60 there, and then we need to use the Mark IIs further back. Okay, and then for power, we'll put them in that corner there. Hi there, dude. Yeah, you don't want to come here. Under construction. Hi. Do you want to hang out for a moment? No! I'm gonna try and ride you. Okay. And this can bring itself to about here. And we'll bring that to there. And from there, we'll run it out. Okay. There's our power. And this is all rods. Okay. And that's going to be producing for us 15 per minute, 120 per minute. Okay. So we need 144 per minute. So that means we need 24 more, which is 2 more. That's going to underestimate. So we need 1 and change more. Oh, that's cool. So basically, what that's saying, we need this 120 to split into 115 that comes here for 1 more of these, and then into the rest. So we're going to do that right here, actually. That is what we can do. So get another Mark II conveyor lift here. Bring the Mark II. Bring the Mark II belt down. Okay. So we're going to need this to split. We're going to run this over here. So you're going to need to split, and I'll bring it into a 60 and a 60. We need more reinforced plates. We probably need more cables. Oh, we're out of screws. Okay, we are apparently out of screws. So we're going to need to make a bunch of screws and plate things. This one is wood. Okay. All right, screws and plates. So we are cookie clickering this. So, yeah, we need 15 of them to come off for another pipe, which I guess we're going to feed straight into screw, which means we're going to end up with a lot. So our pipes coming through that, we need 5 pipes coming out for every 25, 40 screws, roughly. So 5 to 40. 5 to 40 is 1 to 8. No, 40 isn't correct. 40 screws is this 4 screws per chunk, so it's 5 to 10. That's 1 to 2. That's convenient because we have 8 up there and we're building 1 more. So that's 9. So that means we need 3 of them going into screw production and the rest going into, oh, 3 going into pipe production, the rest going into screws. So I'm gonna make my schematic here, top downy, and I'm gonna go ahead and share with stream what I'm doing. Because what's happening on screen there is just conversion. So we have here, I'm going to use, let's say, orange. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have our 8 here. Are you done? You know what? Convert all of those. We have our 8 there, and then we're going to go ahead and say we're going to get 1 more. So these are our rods being produced. We need 3 of them to stay rods. So if we make our blue outputs for our Mark 1s, there's our 15, 30, 45 is less than 60, and that can be a storage endpoint stack rods. And then we're going to, let's say, red have our production stack, because I don't know what this is yet. Screws. Again, Mark 1s, 15, 30, 45, 60. We go into green for Mark 2s. And then we can have these be Mark 1 also. So it's going to be 15, 30, 45 rods per minute going this way. And then here we're going to have 15, 30, 60, 90 rods per minute going into screws, which will give us eventually an output of 90 times 4, which is 360. So it's going to give us an output of 2 rows of screws, 360 by 2, 36 by 2, 3, 2, 3, we get 1. So that is 36 by 2, 1, 18. So we'll get 2 belts of 180 each coming out of screw production. Whatever that's going to look like. And then we're going to need to split that 12 to 25. Which I'm going to treat as 15 to 25, which is 3 to 5 out of 8. So we'll have 2/3 going on here, 1/3 going on here, and grouping up here. And that will put us then into our rotors and stators. I'm going to run that the other way because we need our rods for the rotors. Okay. So we'll have a production block here. That is, okay, let's move this entire section down here. Okay. we're going to have our production block here for rotors, and our production block over here for plates. And then over here, we're going to have our production block for regular plates. Okay. So we have iron, plates, TBD, reinforced iron plates, TBD, rotors. Okay, so we're going to end up having the rotors come over here, and we'll only need a Mark I belt to bring the rods over. Then you two are going to come through like so. And then we'll probably only need the Mark I coming out to the assembler. That's the schematic. And I am picturing these to be floored. So like, this is all not you. This is all 2F. This is all 3F. Don't know where I'm going to put that yet. This is going to be then brought back down to ground floor. Okay, so that's the plan, I think. Perhaps I should have done more reinforced iron plates while I was doing that. I don't think I have enough still, but we know. Okay. So we know our splitter here. Okay, that's going to bring that into 260s. So that's going to need a merger. We need iron rods. We have iron rods for now. We have, that's plates. We have plates and rods for days. So we're going to be bringing this back in for our iron production line. And then we're going to have our that's not. Okay. So we're going to have our, that's going to bring you out into 260s. So that's going to bring us out into 230s. Let's bring the 230s here so we have a little more room to work. 30-30. And then you're going to be able to go 30-30. So yeah, actually do bring me a merger. Regular iron plates, hey! We have those for days too. Okay, and then we're gonna have have one more merger. One more splitter. Okay. So 30 coming there. 30 going there. So 60, 60, 30, 30, 14, not 14, 15, 15. I'm going to drop the iron production down a floor. Just make a clean delineation. We're gonna need the, oh, I forgot to turn that off. Whoops. We're gonna need the space for the freaking, what is the word I'm dealing with here? For the freaking screw production. Anyway, one constructor here. And our screws take 10 iron rods per minute, spit out 40. Okay. Okay, let's handle our outputs here. And if I remember our setup, okay. So we're going to have you looping around. You're a class 1 conveyor belt. I want you to hug nice and tight. Okay. So that's the screw output. So you're gonna go join the rest in screw land. Then the rest of you are just gonna merge her up. $15, 30, 45 out of a capacity of 60. Okay. And here's where our storage is going to be. So put a stack here. Okay, and that gives us an output slot to ship those off for production later. Okay. So that's our rods properly set up. Okay. So now our screws, which are again, not even. So we have a 15 screw output per machine, which means 30 per two. So 2 of these go into 3 constructors. Not too shabby, except we're going to have a leftover. Oh, no, 1, 2, 3. We have 6 here. Okay, so we're going to have 3 by 3, 9 constructors. Okay. So let's start grouping these up in pairs. So I'm going to put our first one here. We're going to be my first pair. So that's going to provide me rods for 3 screw productions. You're going to be our second. Yeah, we'll put you off that way. So that's going to be 3 screw productions. And finally, three screw productions. So we're going to need a 3x3. And we will eventually be outputting. What is it we said? 3 to 5? That's 8. So there's 1 left over. But those aren't exact, so 3 one way, 6 the other. 3 by 4.5? That's probably good. Okay. So 3 by... Okay, so we're going to have 3 going one way for sure. So let's go ahead and we're going to expand this out. Okay. Let's run the 3. There's that first one. Which will go ahead and get splitterfied. Okay, so that's going to be our first load of 3. And this is convenient because this gives us our next 3 split. You know what? Let's do our next 3 this way. Okay. Not 100% certain that that storage is working as intended, but it's fine. We'll worry about it later. Okay. And we have our splitter. Which got mixed up somehow. Our Mark 1 belts. There we go. And then you, we can bring this way. Good. And finally, our last 3. Okay. Well, now we need to figure out outputs. And then we'll need to figure out power and turn all this on. We're making good progress, though. Okay. And our outputs are 40. So 40, 80, 120. Okay, we have 120 per line. We have 3 120 bells coming out. Okay, that's a bit more than expected. Can I handle your outputs? Okay. I want a merger. Okay, we are going to need to run this foundation here. Okay. We're going to need so many reinforced plates. Oh my god. Because we're going to need to run that around. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to set up what I want here. We have these. Okay, that's going to be our screw output. I'm going to build our merger outputs. Because these can go Mark 1. Why do these keep going like that? I don't even freaking know. And you. And then we will eventually be feeding out here into another 3 stack of containers. But where the previous 3 stack of containers was stacked for feedways, these are going to be getting 3 different ins. Okay. So we need to make a metric fuck ton of things. And then we can build that up, and then we can start our assemblies. And I think we're going to start our assemblies with the Gods Damned reinforced iron plate production, because that's the thing that we are doing the absolute most of our clicking on. How is everyone doing in chat today? As we sit and wait for this to finish up. Because we're going to need to make a lot of Mark II belts. I was not anticipating needing this outflow of Mark II belts for our screw productions, for our assemblers. And I am going to have to reconsider this for like modular frames, but we haven't touched that second iron, no, that second pair of pure iron nodes. So we'll probably figure out how many of those we need and just do it. Like, go have that be its own independent thing when we get to that point. Tonight I'm just interested in getting our assemblers up for our primaries. And then, honestly, once we have our rotor and reinforced iron plates pushing, if I stop and resume on Wednesday, because tomorrow night Cube, I am committed to going out and being sociable so I don't become an insane loser. Then we can set that up and start thinking about modular frames, and at the very least, while it's crunching out our smart plates, we can and feeding them into the probably just into storage. I'll probably have them feed them into storage, and then I'll manually walk them over to the space elevator. But while they're doing that, we can go and rig up, at the very least, the outline of production for our second thing for our other iron box. Okay. So we are in Mark II belt mode. So I'm going to actually... Okay. How high can I go? I cannot go onto floor 2 conveniently here. It's floor 3 here, so we're gonna run this floor 2. Okay, these are going to be coming in top floor because I can. Okay. You need a little help getting up. There you go. And I guess you'll be our bottom. Can I just run you straight to the middle here directly? Yeah. It says there might be clipping. What clipping did we get? Nothing that matters. Okay, the conveyor belt here is also too steep. So you're also going to need help. Yeah, that's not acceptable. There we go. That section of screws can go on a wonky ride. Who cares? I care. Especially when I can just run them along the ground like that. Okay. So now it's power. You can come over here and become screw power. Screw power can be a dead end. Okay, now let's go turn on all the screw production. Yay, all the screws. So many screws. Okay. So we have all the screws on. What's this looking like for our power? We are at 160 out of 240. Okay, so we should be able to get the iron up. Let's go find our iron. Here's our iron Mark II. It's got 120 minus 15 going on. So that's 105. And if we remember, we need 3 iron to make 2 plates. That's 105 by 335 plates coming out. So we're going to have 35 machines here. Oh, okay. That's not 35 plates coming out. It's... Okay. I've got myself all confuzzled. Well, that's working, and we're burning through our power, come to my reference machine. Make sure I'm just not full of shit. Okay. Iron plates, 3 in, 2 out. Okay, so we have 35 machines worth there at 105, which means we will get 70 plates. Okay. So how do we want to array 35 constructors? Is that right? Okay. One per one for rod. $30 coming in. Okay, so we have 120 coming in. Okay, you are running smoothly. Okay. Okay, we have 130 coming in. Let's run them back down here to, let's say, this. And a little bit, I'm getting a little bit, so I'm having trouble thinking. Okay, we get, oh, that's because I'm thinking about our input numbers, not our input rates. Okay. Thank you, me, for thinking that through properly. $30 a minute. Okay. So we have 30 per minute. We have 105 a minute. So that's 3 full and some change. Which means we're doing 4. See, much easier. Okay. So let's bring our Mark II out to come down here. Now then. Not like that, though. That's our basis for our splitter. Okay. That's going to go and split us into 2 Mark 1s. Which I can use to turn us into the 4 constructors that we need. Okay. And our Mark 1s. So this is a slightly suboptimal input per machine, but it will keep our throughput going. So that should be fine. And again, we are slightly overproducing here, and this will bleed off some of that overproduction. And that's going to bleed it off of screws, which is where the overproduction is. So, okay, good. Now as far as power, because this is the easy line, we're going to bring one of you over here, split you into two. Okay, and then we'll just clear out this. Okay, and then we'll run mergers. So you need there, you'll get 2 in, and then honestly we'll just run it down this way. So all of you will be Mark 1s. You're a Mark 1. And then it's Mark 2 the rest of the way. And because we are running low on those, I'm gonna put a storage right here. Oh, we're 1 plate away. I don't want to run all the way back. Give me a cookie clicker here. Okay. I need some screws. Okay, we have plates back up. So we are where we left off plus screws. I'm going to run the plates up here, I think. That's how we'll get them across the screw factory. Hi, where are you? Grumbly, grumbly guy, where are you? Big grumbly guy is not happy about this. There. Oh no, you've gone and gotten yourself stuck. Buddy, you should not be in here. You really should not be in here. Can I zap you out of here? You are... This is not where you want to be. Because that just irritates you, and it's... Okay. It does not seem you're negatively impacting production, but, not quite sure how you got in here or why you thought this was a good idea, but it really is not where you should be. Friend, you have made mistakes. You were not in the screw production earlier, and the screw production is not where you belong. um, I guess we have a mascot now. That's Chat, what should we name what should we name our new screw production mascot? I think we're gonna name him Screw Guns. Ah, that's where this problem came from. Yeah, we just need a Mark 1 to run that. Yay, that problem's solved. There's a doggo there. These animals are all investigating my stuff and like, oh no. Okay. Hey, we need screws, actually. And guess what? We have a production of... Ooh. You're a rod production. You have a long time to go. And probably over-storing rods. Screw production is going to back up. There is no way that doesn't just get fully backed up in no time flat. Okay. And I don't think this is enough reinforced plates. I really don't. Not sure what we're going to run out of first, though. So what we need to do is we're going to need to bring from our temporary plate storage, which is just going to live there. I'm not going to tear that down. Up onto our marchway, bring that across, bring that down, and then we're going to need to split off our screws into a portion allocated to reinforced plates. Set up the reinforced plates so I don't have to do this shit anymore. And then we'll revisit if I feel ready for the rotor production. And if I feel good about the rotor production, we'll do it. And if not, oh well. And then we'll revisit if I feel good about... Okay, we ran out of plates. Okay. Plates are our limiting factor here. And then we'll be good. I think our questions after that are going to be... Okay, so I really don't want to like rebuild the power plant until we have coal and all that. I want to get ourselves into a situation where I can establish a proper coal power plant. And then with a proper coal power plant, we can start just doing a lot. Which means we need to finish this next phase. And we will probably need modular frames for that. The good news is we're like full up on wire and cable. We could store more, we could produce more. I should probably do that. Yeah, when this is done, before we go build that, I'm going to build just 2 more storage crates, and we're going to make sure that our concrete and copper production is still working. And I'm not going to worry about copper until we hit the point where we're not producing, where we need to start feeding it in directly into production chains. When we hit that point, then we're going to be thinking about how to use the normal copper nodes we found down in the valley. Mm-hmm. Really, I just want to have like, I think my long-term aim here is I think modularity is nice. So I like that we have our nodes kind of wrapped in things that just create ingots and then box them. I like that. I then like the idea that we just have screw factories, which take an input and do an output. The 9x9 I really like because that takes 15, 45, 45 by 3, 15, or 125. So that takes roughly a 120 input and gives out 3 120 inputs, 3 120 outputs. So that's pretty good. I like our rod production. Like that's the idea, is I want to start thinking about modularity so I can create these modular plans. But for now, I want to fix you. Oof. My hernia is starting to act up, so we're probably not going to do the production I was just talking about. We're just going to run these up and then go. So give me a Mark II. And then okay. There we go. That'll You behave. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that will put you to fill this up, and then we can build our assemblers. Okay. Oh, cutting a little earlier than I'd like to, but the hernia is acting up. Hey, we're beginning to encroach on that, so we might want to... I don't know. Part of me wants to just build up a second layer here, and then we can loop things on top, but part of me also wants to build an assembler building. We'll deal with that either way later. Save the game. Who is raiding that we can go into? We have a blobber. We'll just go to blobber. Farewell. Everyone in. We'll just go the second it launches. Or is nobody watching? No one's watching. Well, in that case, peace.